Hi guys, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters, and today we're talking about Monkey Man. So Monkey Man is the directorial debut of Dev Patel. He also stars in it as this guy who fights in this underground arena while wearing a monkey mask. Meanwhile, he's also working at this fancy hotel-restaurant place, trying to get close to this dude who he holds responsible for a tragedy in his past. So I'm being super vague here, and that's because the trailer was super vague, and I try not to give anything away that the trailer doesn't give away. That being said, oh dear God, does the trailer misrepresent this movie? So this movie is represented as a action thriller revenge movie. It is that at times, but I would say it's mainly a character-driven drama with some action beats towards the beginning and towards the end. There is a lot of action, like right at the first half of the movie, takes a little bit of a slump down, and then picks right back up right at the last third. And that is probably the best description I can give for the film. As such, the pacing's a little all over the place. The first half of the movie is very fast paced. It introduces our main character, introduces what he's trying to do and trying to accomplish. We don't get to know much about his background at that point, but that is what the second half of the movie is for, which it takes a lot more time and is much slower because it focuses on developing our main character, giving us why he wants to accomplish this goal, and what exactly his backstory is, while also giving us some more background of India as a whole. I really dig that part of the movie, but the first half is kind of rough. I really don't like what the first half does. It moves a little bit too fast at times and doesn't develop the character all that well. Not to mention, it introduces a couple characters that add nothing to the story and really just are there in the first half, and honestly, I completely forgot they existed in the second half. For example, he makes this friend at work who helps him move up the ladder, as to say, and honestly, like, after the first half of the movie, he kind of disappears, and I completely forgot he existed until he came back towards the end of the movie. Same with this prostitute character he meets. And kind of like her importance, like I almost completely forgot who she was too until, again, the end of the movie. And that's like a huge problem I have with this film. Now, the performances are amazing. Dev Patel is a spectacular performer, and he does really well in this film. Everyone else does a great job as well, though they're not given as much as he is given. And the visual style is probably the best representation of why this film, I believe, feels like two different people were arguing on set as to what to do with this movie, and this is the best compromise they could come up with, because the first half of the movie visually is rough. Like, the entirety of the first half uses a lot of shaky cam, a lot of really bad close-ups, and it's really hard to tell what's going on in the background, what is going on in the world as a whole, and just focuses on characters' faces a little bit too long, and I really don't understand why that is, because the second half of the movie doesn't do any of that. Yeah, it has a few really awkward close-ups, but nothing that I would say is distracting, and the action is better choreographed. The hits are you feel them a lot more, and visually the camera doesn't move as much as it does in the first half. I really feel like there were two people on set arguing about how this film should be made, and this is the compromise they could come to. And which is a shame, because the music knew what this film was trying to do, because the music's really good. There's a lot of good beats in this film, and I really enjoyed the music as a whole. it's just a shame that this movie really wastes a lot of its potential. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm digging hard into this film, but I did think it was a good film, and I did think it had a lot of potential. It just feels like a lot of that potential was lost because they couldn't really figure out what they wanted to do with this. And it really felt like a problem. As such, I'm going to give Monkey Man a 6 out of 10. If you're looking for a revenge filler with a decent main character, and you haven't seen one of these in a while, this film's worth a watch. Just be warned, the first half is a slog, and I really don't know why. Anyway, that's what I thought about Monkey Man. What did you think about it if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.